Okay, so we begin with the next part of structure of atom, that is evidence for quantized energy levels, that is atomic spectra. Now what does this mean? Evidence means proof. Now in an atom there are different energy levels. See, I'll give you a rough idea about the structure of atom. At the center is the nucleus containing protons and neutrons, and there are energy levels. There are energy levels around the nucleus. Okay, so here there are electrons, okay, which are having some energies. Okay, so each energy level is having definite energy. Each energy level in an atom is having definite energy. So we say that the energy levels are quantized. Quanta andre definite quantity of energy. So in the atom, each energy level is having definite energy. So we call it as quantization of energy levels. What is the proof for that? What is the proof that the energy levels are quantized? The proof is atomic spectra. What do you mean by atomic spectra? I'll explain it to you. Look here. When atoms and molecules, when you supply heat or when you pass light through atoms and molecules of a substance, what they will do? Those atoms and molecules, they will absorb the energy. Right? They will absorb the energy. What happens? They are said to be in the excited state. When the atoms and molecules absorb energy, they are said to be in the excited state. Okay, so these atoms and molecules, when they come back to their original energy levels, okay, what happens actually is the electrons in the atom, they absorb energy and they are jumping to higher energy level. When they are coming back to their ground state, their original place, original energy level, whatever radiations they absorb, whatever radiations has been absorbed, they will emit those radiations. Now, atoms ಮತ್ತು molecules ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ನಾಗ ನೀವು ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. ಆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನಿಂತ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೇವಿ, ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ನಾಗ ಅದಾವ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ನಾಗ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ಅದ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ. ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರರಿ. Whatever energy is absorbed by the atoms and molecules, they have to emit it out. ಏನೇ atoms ಮತ್ತು molecules energy absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವೆ, ಅವು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, emit out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So whatever radiations it has absorbed, it has to emit. ಏನು radiations absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. So these radiations which are emitted, they will be observed in the form of lines. ಏನು ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಇವ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್, ಅವು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಅವು ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ. ದೇ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರೇನ್ಬೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ. ರೇನ್ಬೋ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ, ಇಂದ್ರಧನುಷ್ಯ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ? ಮಳಿ ಬಂದು ಹೋದಾಕ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ನೀರಿನ ಹನಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ ಆಕಾಶದಾಗ, ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ತರ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಆ ಪ್ರಿಸಮ್ ನಾಗಿಂದು ವೈಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಸೂರ್ಯಕಿರಣ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ಏನ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವ ಅವನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, that is known as emission spectrum. That is known as what? Emission spectrum. It is like this. Emission spectrum looks like this. See here. Okay, so these bright lines, ilella dark ittaithi. Everything is black. Only you will see these bright lines. What does this bright line indicate? The bright line indicates the radiations which has been emitted by the atoms and molecules. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? This is known as what? Emission spectra. This is known as what? Emission spectra. I hope this is clear to you. So emission spectra means what? It is the spectrum. Spectrum means what? there are lines appearing continuously or discontinuously, right? So emission spectrum is what? The spectrum of radiations emitted by the substance, that is known as what? Emission spectra. That is known as what? Emission spectra. Okay. Similarly, you have absorption spectra. Absorption spectra. What is absorption spectra? Like you must have seen in earlier days, ಮೊದಲ ಕಾಲ ನೀವು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಫೋಟೋ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅದ್ರ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ನೋಡಿರಿ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಫೋಟೋ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾ, ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Look here, I told you the atoms and molecules, they absorb particular radiation from the heat energy or the light energy, right? And whatever has been absorbed, they will emit. So absorption spectra is what? You are passing continuous wavelengths. You are passing radiations of all the wavelengths. When you are passing radiations of all the wavelength through a sample or through a substance, what it will do? It will absorb only particular wavelength of radiation. Module substance ಐತಿ. ಹೌದಾ? Like for example, look here. This is a source of light. Okay. There is a sample here. Sample. Sample of a substance. Okay. So you are passing light through this sample. Okay. There are atoms and molecules here. What these atoms and molecules will do? Those atoms and molecules, they will absorb particular radiation. Right? It is passed through. These radiations which are absorbed, there are particular wavelength of radiation which are absorbed by the atoms and molecules, right? So wherever the atoms and molecules absorb the particular wavelength of radiation, there will be dark lines appearing. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, white source of light ಐತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ wavelength of radiation ಇರ್ತಾವ, continuous ಎಲ್ಲ wavelength of radiation ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದ್ರಾಗಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಈ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟು, ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ, ನೀವು ಆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅದ್ರಾಗಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಅದ್ರಾಗಿನ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾವ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾವ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ? ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಟ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, this light contains radiations of all the wavelengths. ಎಲ್ಲ wavelength radiations ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾಗ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಿ, either solid, liquid or gas. Okay, so what this will do? There are atoms and molecules present in the substance. ಅವು atoms and molecules ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಯಾವುದೋ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ? ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ? ಬಾಕಿ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವ ಅವನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ? ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್. ನೋಡ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ವೈಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಐತಿ. ನಾವು ಇದ್ರ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದ ನೀವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ? ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ. ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ. ಇದ್ರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು? ಆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾಗಿದ್ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾವ? ಆ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾವ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವಿ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ absorption spectra. Absorption spectra. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ sample same ಐತಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಗಿಂದ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ? ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅದರ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ. ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗ. So absorption spectrum and emission spectrum, they are the photograph and its negative. Are you understanding? Just like you have fingerprints, ನೀವು ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ fingerprints ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ದು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ದು ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. Each element, each substance has got different spectrum. The spectrum is the identification of that substance. From the spectrum, you can identify what is the substance. Are you understanding? So spectrum is very important in identifying which substance is present, which element is present, which compound is present. Right? So that is the importance of spectrum. You can identify which is the unknown substance from the spectrum. Okay. And the study of absorption and emission spectrum. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್. ಸೊ ದ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿ. ಇಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು? ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Right? I hope this is clear to you. Okay. And as I told you, the spectrum, either emission spectrum or absorption spectrum, it is the characteristic of that particular substance. ಆ substance ದ ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. That is the reason why we call these emission spectrum or absorption spectrum as line spectra or atomic spectra Emission spectrum or absorption spectrum is also known as what? Line spectrum or atomic spectrum. Why it is known as line spectrum or atomic spectrum? Because it is the characteristic of that particular substance. ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದೇನಿರ್ತೈತಿ? ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಒನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನದರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. That is why this emission spectrum is also known as what? Line spectrum, or it is also known as what? Atomic spectrum. Here it is unique to every substance. ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತನ್ನ ಏನಿರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆನೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay? So that is about evidence for quantized energy levels. ಈ lines ಏನು indicate ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ? That in the atom there are energy levels and the energy of these energy levels is quantized. It is fixed. Other evidence atomic spectra. I hope this is clear to you. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me by messaging me or calling me. Okay? So we shall continue further. Okay? We move on to the next concept, that is line spectrum of hydrogen. So, just previously we discussed about the atomic spectrum. So here we are going to discuss specifically about the line spectrum of hydrogen. Now how do you obtain the line spectrum of hydrogen? See here. This is known as gas discharge tube. Okay. This is a glass apparatus which is filled with hydrogen gas. This gas is heated by passing electric current through it. Electric discharge means what? You are passing electric current through it. Right. So what happens when you pass electric current through hydrogen gas? Now hydrogen molecule contains two hydrogen atoms bonded by covalent bond. Hydrogen molecule ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ? ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಎರಡು ನಡು ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಎರಡು ಆಟಮ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಹೌದಾ? So when you pass electric current, what will happen? The bond between the two hydrogen atoms will break. hydrogen atoms ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ separate ಆಗ್ತಾವ. So we will form hydrogen atoms. ಎರಡು hydrogen atoms separate ಆಗ್ತಾವ. Now these hydrogen atoms they have absorbed energy. Energy ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ನಾವು current pass ಮಾಡೇವಿ. Current is a form of energy. So here these hydrogen atoms they have absorbed energy. So they are said to be in the excited state. So the hydrogen atoms are in the excited state. So the hydrogen atoms are said to be in the excited state since they have absorbed energy. Right. Now whatever energy is absorbed by these hydrogen atoms, I told you that energy cannot remain with the hydrogen atoms. A hydrogen atoms in energy absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವ, ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಏನು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ whatever energy is absorbed by these hydrogen atoms, they have to give out, they have to emit out that energy. Right. So that is why whatever energy is emitted by those hydrogen atoms, they will appear in the form of lines. They will appear in the form of lines. So that is known as what? Spectrum of hydrogen. That is known as what? Line spectrum of hydrogen. So whatever energy is absorbed by these hydrogen atoms, they will emit out whatever energy is absorbed. ಏನು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. That is known as what? That is known as line spectrum of hydrogen. It is known as line spectrum of hydrogen. Okay. Why you see this line spectrum of hydrogen? The explanation for this will be given later. But for now, ಈಗಿನ ತನಕ ಏನಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ಅವು ಏನು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವ, ಅವನ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವಿ? ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಐತಿ? ಓಕೆ. ನಾ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ. ಈ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೇವ್ ನಂಬರ್. So the wave number of these radiations is given by the formula. Look here. ಈ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, the wave number of these lines is given by mu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Look here. Whatever lines are seen in the spectrum of hydrogen, the wave number, we have all discussed these terms, frequency, wavelength, wave number, ಎಲ್ಲ discuss ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು definitions ನೋಡ್ಕೋರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳಿದು. So the wave number of these lines is given by the formula mu bar. Mu bar is what? Wave number. What is wave number? Number of wavelengths in unit length. 1 centimeter ಅಥವಾ 1 meter ನಾಗ ಅಥವಾ 1 kilometer ನಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು wavelengths ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು wave number ಅಂತೇವಿ. So the wave number of these lines is given by the symbol mu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r, where this r is known as what? Rydberg's constant. R is known as what? Rydberg's constant. What is this n1 and n2? n1 lower energy level. Spelling correct ಬರೀಬೇಕಿದೆ. ತಿಳಿತು? w ಬರಲಿ v ಬರ್ದ್ರಿ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗ್ತೈತದು. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಓಕೆ. n2 higher energy level. n1 lower energy level, n2 higher energy level. Okay. So a line's wave number it is given by this formula. Okay. And we have 5 series of lines in the spectrum of hydrogen. Hinga 5 ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ series ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ ನಮಗ. ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ ನಾವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು series of lines ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಗುಂಪು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ? 5 ಗುಂಪು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಹೌದಾ? Which are they? Look here. So series N1, N2 and spectral region. Okay, you have 5 series of lines. It is very easy to remember. I'll give you a shortcut to remember which are the 5 series of lines. Okay, so first one, Lyman. Next, Balmer. Next, Paschen. Next, Brackett. Next, Food. Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Food. How to remember this? Lal, Bal, Pal. Lal, Bal, Pal. You must have studied in history. So if you remember these three, this you will remember. BP. So Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Food. There are 5 series of lines. For which? Now for the Lyman series, N1 is 1. N2 can be any higher value except 1. So 2, 3 up to infinity. Okay. So here the Lyman series is observed in the ultraviolet region. Ultraviolet region ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ visible region ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಣ್ತಿತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ. Next, Balmer series. For Balmer series, N1 is 2, 3, 4, 5. ಇದು ಸೀರಿಯಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೈಯರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು. 3, 4 up to infinity. So this is observed in the visible region. You can see lines in the Balmer series because they are in the visible region. Visible region ನಾಗ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಕಲರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ, ಬಾಕಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಣಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ. Next, Paschen. 4, 5 up to infinity. This is in the infrared region. Okay, next Brackett. 5, 6 up to infinity. Again infrared region. Next 6, 7 up to infinity. Again in the infrared region. These are all electromagnetic radiations. ಹೌದಾ, ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ. ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾವೈಲೆಟ್, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಕಿರಣದಾಗಿಂದ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾವೈಲೆಟ್, ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕಿನ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ if ultraviolet rays fall on a skin. Okay, if you are exposing yourself longer to ultraviolet radiations, then what will happen? It will cause skin cancer. Visible region, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾವ ಇವು ಕಲರ್ಸ್. Infrared region for ironing the clothes. ಇಸ್ತ್ರಿನಾಗ ಏನು ಇರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, there you make use of infrared radiations. Okay, so here these are the 5 series of lines which are observed in the spectrum of hydrogen. I told you why you see these 5 series of lines. I will explain later. There is explanation for that I will give later. Okay, so that is about the line spectrum of hydrogen. I will represent this diagrammatically. Okay, now look here. So, just now I drew the table. For Lyman series, N1 is 1, N2 is any higher energy level, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Right. Next is the Balmer series. Electron jumping from any higher energy level to the 2nd energy level. Next, Paschen series. This is the Paschen series. Electron jumping from any higher energy level to the 3rd energy level. Same way you have for Brackett and Food. Electron jumping from any higher energy level to the 4th energy level. This is which series? Brackett. Next, electron jumping from any higher energy level to level. That is what? That is Fund series. Fund series. So these are the spectral lines observed in the spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, there is a large energy gap between the first and the second energy level. As you go to the outer energy levels, they come closer and closer. The energy of these energy levels goes on increasing as you go away from the nucleus, because the force of attraction between the electrons and the nucleus goes on decreasing. That is why the energy of those electrons goes on increasing as you go away from the nucleus. Okay, so that is about the line spectrum of hydrogen. Line spectrum yaak kantiti? Because of this electron jumping from one energy level to another. Electron jumping from one energy level to another, that is known as transition. Adike ಏನು word use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? Transition. Okay, so that is about line spectrum of hydrogen. And the last part for today. Okay, now look here. Now see here, in the beginning of the chapter, the structure of atom, directly we have started with the developments leading to Bohr's model of atom. We did not discuss, because you are not having this year you are not having the discovery of subatomic particles and different models of atom given by different persons. Now straight away ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ Bohr's model of atom ದಿಂದ start ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. Developments leading to Bohr's model of atom, we started from there, right? We didn't discuss about the discovery of subatomic particles and different models of atoms. Okay, so here see, there were two persons before Bohr who proposed the model of atom. Bohr ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಆಟಮ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದವರು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದವರು ಯಾರು? ಜೆ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದವರು ರುದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಅವು ಎರಡು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಆಟಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಚಿತ್ರೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪಿತ್ತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಪ್ಪಿತ್ತು. ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಆದರೆ ರುದರ್ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಯಾರು? Bohr. Bohr was the person who improved Rutherford's model of atom. Right. So here now, based on the atomic spectrum of hydrogen, observe ಮಾಡಿ Bohr ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದ. So based on the atomic spectrum of hydrogen, Bohr proposed the model of hydrogen atom. So, what were his assumptions of the model of hydrogen atom? Okay, so we shall discuss a few assumptions. The first one, see here, it's very easy to remember Bohr's model of atom. From the diagram you can easily remember. Okay, I draw the diagram. At the center is the nucleus. Around the nucleus there are circular paths which are known as So, the nucleus is at the center containing the protons and the neutrons, and the electrons are moving around the nucleus in circular paths. These circular paths, they are known as what? Orbits or stationary states or allowed energy levels. Okay? So, in the draw ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ assumptions ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾವ. The first assumption, look here. What is the first assumption of Bohr's model of hydrogen atom? The electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. What are these circular paths known as? They are known as either orbits or stationary states or allowed energy levels. So according to Bohr, the energy of electron in a particular orbit is fixed. It is fixed. That is why it is known as what? Stationary state. That is why it is known as what? Stationary state, or it is known as allowed energy level. Is that clear? Rutherford model la one drawback ittu. What drawback? Electrons, when they are moving in circular paths around the nucleus, they will lose their energy and fall into the nucleus. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೋರ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬೋರ್, when the electron is moving in a particular orbit, its energy is fixed. Its energy does not change. Right? So the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular path. What are these circular paths known as? Orbits or stationary states or allowed energy levels. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಐತಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಇದನ್ನ ಮನಿ. That is why it is known as allowed energy levels. Okay. The next assumption. What is the next assumption? The energy of the electron does not change with time. The energy of electron does not change with time. When this electron is moving in this particular orbit, it will take 1 day, 2 days, 100 years. Even after many years, the energy of the electron in this orbit will not change. It will remain the same. When will the energy of this electron change? Only when the electron has absorbed energy. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೈತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದರ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆನ್ಸರ್, its energy will not change, its energy will remain fixed. That is the second assumption. Okay, so look here, what happens when these are known as orbits. What happens when the electron absorbs energy? When the electron is absorbed energy, it will jump to higher energy level. When it emits energy, what it will do? When it emits energy, it will come back to its ground state. ತನ್ನ ಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಂತೇವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮನಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೇವಿ? ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಂತೇವಿ. ಹೈಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹೋತು ಅದ್ರ ಮನಿ ಅಲ್ಲದ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. That is excited state. Clear? Okay. So when the electron absorbs energy, it will jump to higher energy level. When the electron emits energy, it will come to lower energy level. Is that clear? Okay. So that is the second assumption of Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. Okay. The third assumption. Now, the frequency of the radiation absorbed or emitted. Look here. Everything you remember from the diagram. Very easy to remember. The frequency of the radiation absorbed or emitted when the electron jumps from one stationary state to another stationary state. Suppose the electron is jumping from this energy level to higher energy level, or it is jumping from higher energy level to lower energy level. The frequency of radiation absorbed or emitted is given by nu is equal to delta E by H. Nu is equal to delta E by H. Yellinda bartide? It comes from Planck's quantum theory. What is the formula? E is equal to H nu. So it comes from here. So nu one kade irli. H ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So delta E by H. Delta E. Delta ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Difference. So difference in the energy of these two stationary states. Difference in the energy of these two stationary states, that is delta E. Right? So nu is equal to delta E by H, where this H, if you remember, it is known as Planck's constant. H is known as what? Planck's constant. So the frequency of radiation absorbed or emitted when the electron is jumping from one energy level to the other energy level is given by what? Nu is equal to delta E by H. Okay, so I hope these assumptions are clear to you. We shall stop here for today. Okay.